At maraming salamat sa CCG, without which I would not be here speaking in public. So malaking bagay yung CCG business community sa aking transformation into a so-called public speaker. Kasi dati sa clinic lang ako nakikipag-usap sa mga pasyente. So, mag-share lang ako ng screen. O muli, maraming salamat sa CCG, sa tandem ni Miss Olivia Fernandez Bernabe at Ryan Fernandez. And salamat ulit dahil meron akong ihahayag na message of hope na ang mga lifestyle diseases today are actually preventable and even reversible uh, by changing our lifestyle, primarily our nutrition. So ano bang healthy sa inyo? Sa akin, nasa 64 na ako, no? Um, Meron kaming mga sakit sa pamilya na nakita ko sa aking father at ang aking auntie, Parkinson's disease. Hindi ko gustong magkaroon ng Parkinson's disease, so binago ko ang aking lifestyle. Primarily yung nutrition, especially drinking bottomless iced teas, no? Most of my patients actually have multiple lifestyle diseases like type 2 diabetes, obesity, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, fatty liver, and so on. No? Ang nakikita ko sa kanila na primary reason nila to do the program is because they don't want to uh, get the complications of diabetes, and they want to see their grandchildren grow, no? And even their children na mga makapag-asawa at nandun sila sa kanilang mga feeling. No? So yung meaning ng being healthy to most of us na nasa uh, senior age. Ewan ko lang sa mga kabataan, baka sila ay mga you only live once, no? Ang kanilang primary uh, mindset. So ano nga ba ang metabolic syndrome? No? What is it? Ito ang cluster of conditions na kasama ang heart disease, type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, hypertension, diabetes, and arthritis, and even cancer. No? You can actually test for it indirectly by getting your triglycerides, your HDL or good cholesterol, measuring your waistline, your blood sugar, and your blood pressure. If you get three of those out of the five, you will be diagnosed with metabolic syndrome. But there is actually a better test, yung tinatawag na HOMA-IR or homeostatic uh, assessment of insulin resistance. Ito po yung hormone na insulin na supposedly nagpapababa ng blood sugar at makes us gain weight. At alam nyo ba na 46% of adults worldwide have metabolic syndrome. 46%, almost half. And sa US, 88% of them are metabolically unhealthy. So 12% lang ang healthy. At hindi tayo way behind doon, no? Kasi we usually adopt the lifestyle of the Americans, no? Kaya hindi tayo nahuhuli. 1 out of 5 actually have type 2 diabetes or obesity. Yan ang true pandemic, obesity and diabetes. So merong programa ang CCG Optimal Health, no? That revolves around 4 features, which is primarily nutrition, movement or exercise, rest, and one important feature that would help an individual is coaching, to be accountable to somebody and to be part of a support group. Ito po yung nutrition, no? Choosing the right kinds of foods, no? At kasama dito po yung tinatawag na intermittent fasting or time-restricted eating, meaning you restrict your eating window to a certain period of time. For example, 7 to 4 p.m. or 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sa mga pagkain naman, we advocate for eating real whole foods. No? Dapat nating iwasan ang mga ultra-processed food, no? Yung mga tinatawag kong fake foods. At marami pong hidden sugars and starches yan. No? They are the ones that are contributing to uh, the global health problem of metabolic syndrome. Bakit po? Kasi ang global diet natin ay 70% carbohydrates. And this is not fruits and vegetables, but fake foods that comes in a box, in a package, with barcodes, no? These are highly refined sugar and starches. So not only are we getting the vast majority of our food as carbohydrates, no? But most of it are ultra processed. It raises your blood sugar and consequently your insulin. Yan pong insulin. Yan pong insulin ang primary domineering hormone natin that when it is elevated persistently causes all the lifestyle diseases of metabolic syndrome. It makes us gain weight. It is actually the one that's causing thickening of our arteries. And so, affected lahat po ang ating mga organs kasi we have blood supply sa lahat po ng ating mga organs, no? From our head to our toes. So, pag na-compromise po ang blood supply, that part of the body will become diseased or compromised. So, pwede tayong lumabo ang mata, eventually mabulag, yung mga paa natin magkaroon ng mga tingling sensation, and eventually magkaroon ng compromise din ng blood supply. Kaya po yung iba, napuputulan ng paa. No? Ganon din po sa puso. Pag compromise ng blood supply, magkakaroon ng heart attack. Pag naman sa brain, magkakaroon ng stroke. Pag sa kidney, magkakaroon po ng tinatawag na eventually kidney failure. So ang insulin ay very domineering. So pag kumain po tayo ng carbohydrates and sugar, some of it will be stored as glycogen, no? Very easily accessed para pong refrigerator. Madali pong buksan, madaling kumuha ng pagkain. So, isa sa mga storage capacity ng carbohydrates is in the form of glycogen in the liver and in our muscles. Pero very limited po yung capacity niya to store glucose as glycogen. And meron pa po isang storage compartment, yung tinatawag namin na freezer, yung ating fat storage. We have an unlimited capacity to store fat. Kaya nga po, makikita nyo yung mga morbidly obese, no? Meron mga 500 pounds, even 700 pounds. No? They can gain that much weight. So any excess carbs or sugar that we ate, most of it are stored as fat in our organs, in our liver, in our heart, and subcutaneous tissues, sa belly, sa arms, sa leeg, everywhere. So, ganun po. At ang insulin po prevents us from accessing that fat as a usable energy. So, insulin is inhibitory to burning fat. So, pag mataas ang insulin po natin, hindi po natin ma-access itong ating fat stores. So the key really is to decrease or lower our insulin secretion. And how do we do that? Yan po ang ginagawa ng low carb, no? Pagka low carb po ang kinakain natin, mababa sa starches and sugars, like yung mga meat, seafoods, plant proteins, leafy greens, nuts and seeds, at iba pa, mababa po ang glycemic index niyan. So, pag mababa ang glycemic index, hindi niya ma-stimulate masyado ang insulin. So, the key really is to lessen our insulin secretion. Yan po ang tinatawag na keto diet, no? What can I eat, no? Pero sa akin, sinasabi ko sa mga pasyente, hindi na diet, hindi na keto diet. Ang sinasabi ko sa kanila, ketogenic therapy. It's really a form of treatment. Kasi po pag diet, ang connotation is we are depriving ourselves. Whereas in a ketogenic therapy, you can actually eat a lot of more of nutritionally dense foods na very healthy for you. Unlike yung mga empty calories from sugar and starches. So, ang base po niya is fat and mga gulay, no? And then sa gitna, yung mga protein sources like fish, meat, no? Eggs, cheese, at sa taas lang po, yung pinaka-konti dapat na kinukonsume natin, yung mga carbohydrates, lalo na yung mga starchy na carbohydrates like carrots, no? Like yung squash, medyo starchy po yun, no? Pero makakakain po rin tayo ng konti-konti tulad po ng mga low-carb fruits. At ito po yung mga ina-avoid natin. Yan. Kasi po, mabilis magpataas yan ng glucose and insulin. At isa pang very powerful to lower your insulin levels is not eating. Kasi pag wala po tayong kinakain, sa tingin nyo ba tataas ang insulin? No. Kasi ang nag-stimulate for the insulin to be secreted by the pancreas is the food that we eat. So if we limit our eating window to a certain number of hours, we are actually reducing our insulin secretion, especially overnight. So marami pong benefits yan, no? Weight loss, improve yung body composition, yung blood sugar, i-improve din, eventually to normal levels, at meron siyang anti-aging effect. No? How does it do that? Kasi when we do intermittent fasting, we actually increase the secretion of human growth hormone. Hindi po tayo tatangkad, pero gaganda po ang ating skin, no? At magmumukha tayong parang bata. At yan din po ang nag-initiate ng cellular repair. At mag-i-improve po yung blood pressure natin. No? Kasi pag mababa ang insulin, we actually retain less salt and water. So blood pressure will improve and eventually it becomes normal even without medication. At overall, with low carb and intermittent fasting, it's the most powerful way to reduce total body inflammation. No? Isa pang advantage pala ng intermittent fasting, it actually increases the BDNF or brain-derived neurotrophic factor. No? This actually increases neuroplasticity and makes our brain form new neurons. No? So makakatulong po ito sa mga, especially sa mga may problema sa cognition, yung mga may Alzheimer's. No? One way of uh, adjunct to patients with cognitive problems. Sa supplementation naman po, ito po ang isa sa mga highly recommended na brands that I advise patient, Nutrilite, kasi po ito ay certified organic and it's more than 80 years in the market and they have been the pioneers actually. They started the supplement industry and they started it right by using organic inputs from their own certified farms. Wala, meron palang video. So, re-replay para later, walang audio. No? So, ito po yung body key, no? One of the products of Nutrilite. Meron siyang plant protein, walang artificial additives, very minimal calories, no? Meron vitamins and minerals. So it is one of the adjuncts to a real whole food nutrition. Pero ito ang masasabi ko, may caveat, no? Don't get used to meal replacements only as a way to lose weight. No? You should learn the habits of eating real food, eating and preparing real foods. Kasi po, later on, pag hindi nyo na ginagamit yung meal replacement, yan lang po ang na-develop yung habits, I assure you, you will gain all the weight back and all the health problems. Kaya po, importante po na ma-develop ang good eating habits with real whole food nutrition, intermittent fasting, adjunct lang po ang meal replacement like body key, especially when you're on the go. And one of the things that also I advocate yung exercise, no? Pero sa simula, especially when patients came from a sedentary lifestyle, what I advocate is just start with walking. You can never overdo yung walking. Wala pong overdose sa walking. So, ito po yung mga products na that can help on a per need basis. Yung Chrompic Extra, ginagamit ko po yan sa mga may diabetes kasi po nakakatulong yan magpababa ng blood sugar. Yung carb blocker naman po prevents the absorption of sugar and starches from the intestine. Yung green tea naman po, it can actually help, reduce the visceral fat. Yung pong active ingredient yan, yung ECGG or gallocatechin. Mhm. At meron din magandang ano yan, yung green cream, yung EGCG. It can actually help also with reducing the the use of cancer cells, no? Of using glutamine as a form of energy in place of glucose. So magandang advantage po ng green tea. So, movement. Ito po yung exercise. Gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, sa mga baguhan, sa change of lifestyle, lalo po sa mga coming from a sedentary life, no? Walking lang po muna or light intensity exercises like yoga, pilates, no? Yun po. Kasi ayoko pong baka atakihin kayo sa puso habang sinisimulan niyo po yung programa. Especially some of those who mga lalo na yung mga bata, akala nila very healthy, coming off from a duty, no, sa trabaho, mag-e-exercise bigla, no? Hindi po maganda yun para sa ating kalusugan. You can actually overdo exercise. Kasi stress din po yan. Kaya start slow, start small, walking po ang simula. And as your health improves with nutrition, to become healthier, you can add more exercises like yung strength training, no? And yung tinatawag na HIIT or high intensity interval training. Kasi po maraming benefits sa exercise. Actually, it has the same benefits as fasting. Kaya maganda pong gawin yung exercise at the end of your fast. Maganda pong pagsabayin yung dalawang form of lifestyle change. Fasting at the end, exercise at the end of your fast. Kasi po nag-i-improve yung mood, no? It's one way of treating depression actually. It regulates blood pressure, body weight, improvement of your heart, no? Bone density, no? Muscle, and boost your energy. Yan po ang mga suggestion, no? Walking up to 10,000 steps daily, no? 150 minutes of exercise. Hindi mo po kailangan araw-araw. 2 to 3 times a week. No? And pagka po kayo nasa trabaho, stand. Paminsan-minsan, stand and walk. Huwag po dapat nakaupo ng matagal. No? Kasi sitting is the new smoking. No? Isa na po yan sa mga detrimental effects ng sitting. Nanenegate niya po ang benefits ng exercise kung maghapon kayong nakaupo sa opisina. So, to reduce stress, importante po ang rest. Rest and sleep. Rest and sleep. At least 7 to 8 hours. And dapat po, pag gising sa umaga, na aarawan po kayo para ma-reset yung ating circadian rhythm. Kasi po meron po very important hormones when we are exposed to sunlight. Yan po yung vitamin D3. When we're exposed directly to the sun, our skin actually makes vitamin D3 from cholesterol. Pag na-expose pa po tayo sa ultraviolet B, UVB. Yung pong melatonin naman, the skin also makes it when we're exposed to the near infrared light. Yung pong, yung pong red spectrum ng ng sun. So hindi po kailangan directly exposed tayo sa sunlight, kahit po yung nainitan lang tayo sa shade, no? Kaya hindi po kailangan nakababad tayo sa araw ng matagal. Mga 30 minutes lang, no? Then cumulative po yun. We should get exposed to the sun. At isa pang nutrient that is produced in the skin is nitric oxide, a very powerful vasodilator that is released sa ating arterial or endothelial lining when we exercise. So maganda po siyang vasodilator, or it dilates the blood vessel. So manonormalize din po ang blood pressure. Nakakatulong po sa blood pressure po yun. At saka ang nitric oxide po, meron siyang anti-pathogen effect. And it kills bacteria and viruses. Kaya importante po ang sunlight exposure. At isa pa pong magandang habit, pag matutulog tayo, kailangan po i-set up natin yung ating environment sa pagtulog. Dapat dark para ma-stimulate yung secretion ng melatonin. Kasi po ang melatonin at nighttime, secreted yan sa pineal gland. When it is dark only, pag may ilaw, it stops the secretion of melatonin. 5% of melatonin is secreted by the pineal gland at nighttime. Sa daytime po, yung melatonin, 95% made in the mitochondria. So hindi po yan pumupunta sa bloodstream. Kaya hindi po tayo inaantok during daytime. Pero ang melatonin ay natuproduce sa lahat po ng mitochondria sa ating katawan, especially sa skin. No? Kasi po ang melatonin ay isa rin pong powerful antioxidant. It actually promotes the production of glutathione. So mas powerful pa po siya sa glutathione. Isa pong advice din po is you should eat your last meal 3 hours before you sleep. Para po during the night, ang ginagawa po ng katawan natin is repair. Repair na po, hindi na po yung digestion and assimilation of food and nutrients. So, one of the important things that you should consider is coaching. Alam niyo naman po, pag nag-iisa lang po tayo, pangkaraniwan, yung sinasabi natin sa ating sarili, mamaya na, saka na, next Sunday na lang, or next Monday. Kailangan po meron tayong accountability. Ang kagandahan po nito, meron po tayong mga health talks, merong weekly accountability meeting between your coach and your other support group members, no? At meron din pong group activities. At meron pong mga recommended health talks that you can view to improve your knowledge on the principles of low-carb nutrition, intermittent fasting. Kasi po meron pong basis in nutrition science yan. Hindi po ito pad lamang. So, yan po. Being part of a community is very important. No? Para po tayo mag-stick to our health habits and we can measure your progress. And during your one meeting, you can actually share your journey with others to become an inspiration and motivation for them to continue. At kailangan po ng coach. That can be your friend, your instructor, or your doctor, like myself. Dami pong collection ng health talk sa CCG. Napakarami po. So, you can view them sa CCG Optimal Health Facebook page and sa YouTube. So, bago po tayo magsimula ng 16-week journey, importante po yung merong doctor consult to assess your current health status at meron po mga recommended laboratory tests to rule out any serious illness na maaaring maka-affect or sa inyong programa, no? Kailangan po malaman kung kayo high blood or diabetic or yung in medications kasi po kailangan po more supervision lalo na po yung mga gamot sa diabetes at sa mga may gamot sa high blood at iba pang mga gamot na maaaring mag-interact sa mga recommended supplements din, no? Yung basic na supplement na nire-recommend ko primarily is omega-3 and B vitamins. Then I add a multivitamin, either yung daily or yung double X. And then I add yung iba pang mga supplements as needed. So, number 3, yun po yung low carb. Yung pong mga supplements, kaya po tinawag supplements yan, add-on lang po yung sa primary modality na low carb or ketogenic way of life and intermittent fasting. And also yung workout routine yun. And then you measure your body changes as the weeks progress. Ito po yung mga ibang testimonial, no? Ito po, naging pasyente po ito, si Tricia. Hindi lang po diabetes, high blood nga at meron pa po yung she was actually considering hip replacement surgery. Kasi po hindi na siya makalakad, no? Halos makalakad. Sigurong kabilang tuhod ay masakit at very limited ang movement. So naka-cane po siya. Yung ginawa niya po yung program, lo and behold, nakakalimutan na po niya ang cane sa kotse. Po, si Christian, isang optometrist. Maganda rin po ang istorya nito. Mag-asawa po sila actually, parehong optometrist. Binibiro nga sila ng isang friend nila sa kanilang community of optometrists. Ang parati sinasabi sa kanilang mag-asawa, pang ICU na kayo. And eventually, when I was invited in their convention last year, no, I was their speaker on understanding metabolic syndrome. So doon po sila na-meet and eventually they enrolled in the program. Both of them. And ngayon, happy sila at malaki ang improvement sa kanilang health at malaking bawas. Actually, natanggal nila yung mga gamot nila sa diabetes, sa high blood, at iba pa. Ito naman si Rosel. Maganda rin ang improvement ni Rosel. Meron pang other health problem yan pero hindi ko nasasabihin. Na nag-improve din through low carb, and intermittent fasting. Yung si Rosel, nagagawa niya ng 24-hour fast para ma-initiate yung autophagy, yung self-eating ng mga destroyed parts of the body. There's mga organelles, yung mga cells na hindi kailangan para i-recycle ulit. Si Clark naman, bukod sa nag-loss ng weight, nag-improve yung blood pressure even without medication. Ito naman si Carol, yan. Kailangan ko pa bang sabihin ang kanyang improvement? Very obvious naman, di ba? Pwede si Vernon, si Aris, yung mag-asawa, si Aris at Suzette. Ngayon, kumukonsulta dahil yung mother-in-law ni Suzette, no? Mayroong health issues. So, balik ko po kayo sa ating um, moderator, kay Ryan Fernandez. No?